witches, how you doing? It's Taya, and Luna is down here on the floor. She may jump up at some point, who knows. And I wanted to come today and talk to you about one of my favorite tools. But before we do that, I just wanted to explain the change of venue. Typically, I have been doing my videos upstairs beside my bed, kind of all cozy in my little nook where I used to have my altar. And I moved it to my office, which is where we are now. So you can see I've kind of got my altar all laid out beside me. And behind me, you can see all of my work stuff. This room is packed full of work stuff on all sides, except for right here where I've moved my altar in. It's a bit of a chaotic space right now, but it's in transition. And yeah, but I just thought it would be kind of fun if I'm talking about tools to be at the space where I use my tools instead of hauling everything upstairs to do a video beside my bed. That just seemed really counterproductive. So yeah, that's my change of venue. So what we're going to talk about today is charcoal. How many of you love resin? I mean, I love burning resins, and you need charcoal to burn resins, right? It comes in these little tubes, and it's messy, and it's hard to start, and you can see, like, I just touched it, and my fingers are all black, and it makes a huge mess, and it stinks to high heaven. Gross. I really am not a fan of charcoal. And I did not know about this thing until I read Aidan Wachter's book, 6 Ways, and he just made an aside comment about his electric resin burner. And I was like, say what? Turns out you can get electric resin burners, so you don't have to deal with messy, disgusting charcoal. I was just over the moon. So of course I went online and I found myself one right away. And this is my little baby here. So this is an electric resin burner. You can see it's got a cord on it. And you just take the top off, and inside there's a little hot plate. Now, and it just gets hot and it'll heat up whatever's on the plate. So you can see I've got a little bit of tin foil here, and I've gone and it's got actual resin in it. It looks a little burny, but it smells just like $1,000,000. Okay, so you put that in there, then you plug in your resin burner, and then it's got a little dial. So again, it's got this little dial here, and you can set it to varying degrees from about 50 degrees Celsius all the way up to about 320 degrees Celsius. And then you can turn it for 1 to 5 hours in different 1-hour increments. You've got 5 different selections, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hours. So it's come in really, really handy. I set it at 230 degrees, which is about where you want it for just your typical resins. If you're going to burn woods, you want it a little bit higher. If you're going to do incenses, a little bit lower. But I absolutely adore this, and I had no idea that these little guys even existed. So it's an electric resin burner. You can find them in all different styles. It did take me quite a while to find this one. It did come from China. But it just fits my aesthetic, and I wanted it to blend in. A lot of them are very, they're covered in fancy crystals, and they're like hookah burners, and they're like gold, and they're all, so I mean, that might be your aesthetic, so that's cool. They're a little easier to find, but I did find this one on Amazon. I think it cost me just about $100. So it wasn't cheap, but you know what? I don't have to deal with buying charcoal over and over and over again and all the mess that it entails. All I have to do is plug in my resin burner. It heats up very quickly, and once it kind of gets up to temperature, you actually see the little steams of your resin coming out the top. So it's a great little tool to invest in if you love resin, if you love burning resins like frankincense and myrrh and copal, all kinds of really cool stuff. The one I have in here is like a Celtic mix right now. Yeah, so I wanted to share that with you guys because it was something I had never heard of. And just, it was an aside in a book that somebody just made some comment about, oh, and by the way, like if you can get your hands on a resin burner. And I'm like, what? So there you have it. This is my first of many tools I'd like to showcase for you guys, but to me, this was a game changer for me. I very rarely burned resins before because it was just such a hassle, and then you know you put them on and you get your kind of poof of incense, and then it's just burning charcoal, and you have to keep adding more and more. I use way less resin when I use an electric burner. Yeah, I don't know. It's a great tool. So I'm rambling now. I just wanted to come and do a really quick one. I'm going to showcase some more of my favorite tools going along. Some I've made, some I've found, some I've discovered. But yeah, I thought that would be kind of a fun little thing to do, is just share some of my favorite tools. So thanks for hanging out. If you like this kind of content, make sure that you subscribe. And for those of you who already have, thank you so much. I think we're up to just over 60 subscribers now, which is phenomenal considering that I really haven't shared my blog, or my vlog, I guess, with anybody. It's just from YouTube traffic. So thank you so much, you guys. It's really appreciated. And yeah, I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. Mwah! Thanks so much.